I'm Mr. Carter. I'm a career technical education teacher at Ascend Leadership Academy. It was not initially my plan to teach at all. I graduated college sort of when COVID was kicking up, and I quite frankly needed a job. And I found an opening for a digital media instructor here, and I just graduated using programs of Photoshop, Illustrator, InDesign, stuff like that, and that was quite literally what the position was for, and it kind of worked out for me. I love learning, and I like to be able to help other people learn. And that's a little vague, but there's something about seeing a student grasp a concept that they didn't previously understand that just, I don't know, it scratches an itch in my brain. And I think in terms of staying motivated, it's a job, so it's really difficult on some days where it's just, you're tired, you didn't sleep enough. But again, just being able to help facilitate a student's understanding of programs and areas of interest that I love, it really keeps me motivated. Keep learning. I'm a teacher, so I'm a little biased there, but I think it is essential as a person, not even as a student, not even as a teacher, but as a person to keep trying to understand things that you don't, especially if you're interested. That definitely helps. I've spent countless hours and months and years trying to learn game design concepts and coding and scripting, and whether it's, again, Adobe courses or Adobe programs. I learned game design through Game Maker, and now I'm trying to learn Unity, and it's a constant process of continuous improvement. So don't get stagnant. I've always loved video games and just technology. I would say the one thing that really led me to this path was I took a Adobe 1 class my junior year of high school. I'm at Lee County High School and took the second level, took the third level, and I absolutely fell in love with it and decided, I think this is kind of what I want to do for the rest of my life. My favorite part about game design is a puzzle, and I never know the right answer. I'm always close, so taking that time to troubleshoot and problem solve and have to really break down the problem into its core components is just something I've always been interested in, regardless of if it's video games or just some other problem. And in terms of what makes a game stand out to me, it being fun. You can have a game that has the best graphics in the world, and it's got AAA support and all these things, high fidelity ray tracing, all this stuff, but if it's not fun to play, and if it's not fun to play consistently, I don't enjoy it, and it doesn't stand out to me. So there's games that have been made by indie developers that are really limited in terms of their scope and their graphics and the things that they do, but they're fun to play. And I can go back to them, even if it's 10 minutes, 20 minutes, or 4 hours at a time, I can go back to them and still have fun. I've played soccer my whole life. So I started playing when I was, I want to say 4 years old. And it's something that my older brother did. It's something that my parents necessarily didn't play, but they were both athletes. And so just being involved in sports was always just an automatic thought in my brain. And I think there's something too about just feeling comfortable and confident in who you are and in your body as a person. And the amount of exercise and running and just technical coordination required to play a sport like soccer is really helpful in building that confidence. I think the fortunate part about my current position and where I am in life is that the things that I like to do are my job. I like to help people learn. I like to learn myself. And being in the game art and design classrooms, the advanced game art and design classrooms, the visual design classrooms, I get to not only assist in that learning, but I also create these projects alongside my students, which allows me to enjoy the content, but also show them the true process of building things, which is, it's not good when you start. It's very much a process of creating the first iteration and building on that over and over and over again until you actually like what you have. So whether that's video games, whether that's music, whether that's visual design and graphic design, it's just the process of continuing to work on projects and continue to be creative in those projects that really keeps me going. And I hope to continue to do that for the next 5-10 years or so. There's 10 other games that come to mind, but it's got to be Elden Ring. This is a game I've played through close to 8 times now, and every single time I play it, I find something new. Every single time I play it, there's a different way to approach a boss fight, or even a particular area, or, the mods they have available for that game are just absolutely insane and so much fun to play with friends or even solo. And so there's so much to it. And as frustrating as it can be sometimes, There's absolutely beautiful feeling of beating a boss for the first time and just having that like yes moment of I finally did it, and then you get to decompress and move on to the next one.